Greetings and salutations, Internet. Just left a protest. Um, didn't find out about the protest until this morning after Iran was hit by joint Israeli and American forces. Tragic. Um, you've been hearing a lot of propaganda talking about like how the Iranians, they've been wanting American forces to bomb them. This is how they get us ready for war. It's like they did the same shit in the lead up to the war with Iraq. It's like these Iraqi people, they want their country to be bombed. And of course, one of the first targets was an elementary school of all girls. But then we're run by child predators, so it's not a surprise that they would target more young girls. That is their MO. That's what the Epstein Island was all about. And it's it's really just got to call into question the level of depravity that they're engaging in on these islands. It's not just like some regular pedophilia, because this is like they're being blackmailed with their pedophilia stuff for war crimes. War crimes are supposed to be way worse than being a pedophile, because we're talking about mass murder, which was what we're watching. So what are they doing? I mean, we've heard about the cannibalism, spirit cooking, it's all kinds of stuff, but it's just like everybody's got to go. Other countries, their politicians, they're facing backlash. They had a former prince. He's locked up. I'm sure that's like some theatrics and shit, and he won't face the full blunt of the criminal justice system. But they're doing something. We got a bunch of blackmailed pedophiles deciding if we're going to go to war with Iran, and Iran is way bigger than Iraq, way more powerful. They got high speed rockets. They have the ability to do a lot more damage. And you might be like, oh, they can't hit this. They can't hit the continent. But they've already discussed collaboration with China. I don't know if you've seen the really advanced robots that China has. Well, Iran, they have these realistic looking child robots, and now they put in bombs so the children, the robots, they will detonate as soon as they're molested, and they're going after our pedophile class. So it's just like, if you know any pedophiles, tell them keep an eye out, because the kid they're about to diddle might be a robot bomb, like chews up their dick as soon as they stick it in. This is just the pedophiles. They got to be worried now. They already got Lindsey Graham. He was blown up with one of the child robot pedophile diddlebots. I think that's what they're calling them. And they got Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Benjamin Netanyahu. He was killed earlier this morning. He's just they had to wait a while because it was like some discrepancies in it, but they confirmed he's dead. He's gone. R.I.P. Netanyahu. Let's pour out a little for Netanyahu. They said they got Trump. He's being held captive. This is just a wish list so far. But the robots, Iran, y'all invest in that. Make the diddle bots. You can take care of your problem as well as our problem. We don't want to be run by the pedophiles. So Iran, China. I don't even need credit for the diddle bots, but I mean, the only way to take out pedophiles, pedophilic war criminals who are acting with impunity is with, child rape-proof robots. Think of all the kids you'll be saving, all the Epstein Islands you'll be preventing. And we shouldn't even call it Epstein Island. Epstein was the one we know about, right? I mean, you talk to people who don't believe in the fairy tales that the school system feeds us. Like we know Christopher Columbus, he turned all of the Americas into Epstein Island as soon as the Europeans came. And then this is just the ruling class, that the ancient Epstein class, the people who brought all that suffering to this continent. They're just continuing to flex their power, show what they can get away with, until China puts together a package of diddlebots, and maybe it could be like you can get like a brand endorsement from what's his name, the Catch a Predator guy, Hansen. Is it Henson? I don't know. Yeah, man, you can have like just the Diddlebot 2000 as seen on To Catch a Predator. Just saying. I seen the title. Oh damn! You go in there, Famalams. Yeah, I mean, it's about time we address it. Do you feel good about having a bunch of blackmailed pedophiles deciding what, if you get to get blamed for a war that you do not want? I don't want no smoke with Iran, Venezuela. Chris Hansen, yes, Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen come out in endorsement of the Diddlebot 2000. We can have mass production of them. We can get rid of all of the American pedophiles. And I'm talking, really, we just got to get rid of 1%, fraction of 1% of the top pedophiles. That's the 1% who are in control of our government. All right. So Chris Hansen, Diddlebot 2000. Let's work. It could be like a Terminator situation. It doesn't have to explode. It could just be like as soon as you diddle it, like it's like melts like the T2000 or T1000, and then it just like reforms and I don't know, cuts a head off. I don't know, cuts something off. I won't like stifle your creativity. But Diddlebot 2000. What's up, Nata? Sorry, Nate. Yeah, what it do? It's good to see you. Popped in a little, short break. I just did a live yesterday. It felt so nice. And then we got the information. I was like, I got to do it twice. And, one of the things that was pretty heartening, circumstances were not great, but we just found out about the bombing this morning. And we already had hundreds of people were able to just show up out of, with moments notice for, a protest. And it just makes me wonder. And I also saw it was a video of protesters outside the house of, I think it was Adam Smith. He's a congressman in Washington. And they were like, no sleep for him. And we got like a bunch of those blackmailed pedophiles. Like we could find out where they live, and if you're in the area, organize with those folks, show up, give them hell, or they will turn this country into a bigger hellhole. I mean, they put in so much work so far, but they got so far to go. Like they still got plans. They're still making it worse. There's still some kids who don't have the trauma of being sex trafficked to a pedophile island, the new Epstein Island, as it were. There's a movie where a lady makes a cyborg of herself, and there's a scene where it's about to have intercourse, but the guy's rude. The guy's rude. So what did she do? I don't know. Is this a porn? Are you describing a pornography? Now, one of the traumatic events when I was a kid, I wasn't fully abreast of the human anatomy. There's actually two events. One of them was like, it was a movie. I guess the chick was a robot, and like they had a scene where like her arm was cut off, and it had like wires and stuff like that. And I just assumed that that was in all humans because I couldn't conceptualize that she's a robot. I just thought if I cut my own arm off, I would have those those same parts. And then it was also like it was one of the Halloweens when I was a kid, still super confused. Didn't I was like I didn't know the why girls areas right here was different than boys. Uh, um, and I had cousins who were watching weird porn, and the chicks they were doing shit like one of them took like a lipstick and she like circled her areola, then she like pushed it into her nipple, like the lipstick just her nipple absorbed the lipstick thing, and I was like, is that what those are for? Like they got the extra meat because girls stick stuff in there, like and it's like a vacuum. Like the nipple is a vacuum. I didn't even have the language for a nipple. I was just confused as fuck, and yeah, that fucked me up a little bit. That sent me back. Uh, Bite it off. No, it's not porn. Yeah, no, that's. Oh, and that's also what was it? Doctor Giggles. I think one of the ways a dude died, like he injected his dick, gave his dick a vaccine. Oof. That's no good. That'll fuck you up a little bit. That shit used to give me nightmares. Well, just the movie in general. Yeah. Not the wires. Yes, the wires. And it's just like with when we start talking about the Diddlebot pedophilia protection robot. That could be like the subline. It's the Diddlebot 2000, uh, and then it's just like uh, that's the brand name, but then pedophilia protection robot that could be like a subset. So you could have like other brands of pedophilia and protection robots. So it's like they could have different methods, but we just lure billionaires in. We could try different kind of pedophilia protection robots. One I would be excited is the Diddlebot because that's my brainchild. That's copyright pending. Um, and every time you use a Diddlebot, I would get paid. Maybe that'll be like like it could be a sponsorship for my content. Just like protect your kids with Diddlebot. You have like Diddlebot decoys. You just send them out like and just like have them like be super productive, like have them wearing erotic clothing, like little halter tops, and then just put them like in a one of those philanthropy meetings where the billionaires they talk about how to give it to kids, how to help kids, provide for them, and you just send them a bunch of diddlebots, halter top like SpongeBob gear, just like, and then as soon as they're like, "Hey, little boy or girl," depending on who it is, like Lindsey Graham, he's like, "Hey, little boy," and he just takes it and then just boom, diddlebot drops the guillotine on him. It could be for either head, but neutralize them. It could be just a trap, like it's just like it's a net. They can't escape, and then we just bring them alive and well to an Iranian prison. Said like, hey, sorry, you guys figure out what you want to do with these child molesters. Like, let's build, China. They've been wanting smoke with you. You guys make everything. We need a transition for us to make our own stuff. But in the meantime, like we want to show some goodwill. Like this is not our representation. They do not represent us. We caught them in the child molestation sting. So we know that these motherfuckers don't have the morality to talk shit about y'all. Everything they said about you, we don't believe it. Let's get to know each other better. And we won't watch any bite off porn. or whatever Savage over there is talking about. Plus, I'm like so disappointed. China, they opened up relations with Canada. So Canada, they now sell Chinese electric vehicles, which are way better than anything we can get in America. Like they are shitting on them. I'm sure they don't have the whole gamut because they got flying electric vehicles out there. They got ones that could submerge and they become boats. And I mean, whatever EVs they got in China, I would like to have those as an option instead of Elon Musk. This motherfucker is using protections that are supposed to be there for American businesses. He's not even from here, getting hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies. This motherfucker about to be a trillionaire, biggest welfare queen in the world. And you still got racist, dumb motherfuckers talking about Somalian scammers. Like the only African you need to be worried about is the Musk family. Biggest scammers in the world. And for the record, the people who are the person leading that whole Somalian scammer thing is a white lady. The BYD electric vehicles, yeah, that's one of the brands. I think that's the number one brand. But they got other stuff too. I would probably do BYD. Or like I said, I'm open to anything over Tesla. I definitely want my next vehicle to be electric, but I don't want it to be Tesla. I used to drive a Tesla. My ex had one. But yeah, no. I don't want to spend. I don't want to buy my own. Give me better options than some South African scammer. It is offensive. Well, if you've seen the new employee evaluation, I kind of get into the weeds on some of the stuff. Because it was Elon Musk's dad. He was commenting on America becoming a white minority nation. He was like, "It's a bad thing. What do you want? You don't like electric vehicles? Like his son invented the electric vehicle, right? That's offensive as fuck. But the real issue is his son is using his connections from the Epstein list, the Epstein clientele. He's using those connections to prevent us from having better vehicle options. It's the same shit, like with the phones. Like we don't have only smartphone you can buy. There's got to be Google or Apple. Before Google and Apple got onto the market, we had more smartphone options. But since Google is government, they're able to put all these other companies out of business, so they can have all their spyware on everything we have. They were talking about the fear of these Chinese phones. The Chinese government is watching you. I would rather have the Chinese government spying on me than this government, because this government means that Israeli government is also spying on us. And these motherfuckers are local. They're domestic, right? They spy on you like they could do something about it. And never forget, whatever the American government says about another government, there's not one government more evil. Our government is the most evil. Only governments competing are Israel, Australia, Britain, Canada, all these colonial, like really just the English family of colonial states. It's it is highly offensive when someone else talks about like the Iranian government. It was And you know what? I know Iran, they got to have their issues with the government because, and a big part of it is in response to what my government did. You know, like they had a lot more going for the government before my government overthrew it, working with the British for British Petroleum. Because people like to think America is in charge. America is the bitch. We are the burden bearers of the empire. The empire, like we didn't really switch from British Empire to American Empire. Like we just offset the responsibilities. We like they get health care. We pay for all of the weapons, right? So Iraq, that was the British war because the Brits went into Iraq back in 1920. All right. Then they went in. We went in with them in the '90s and in the 2000s, but it was really their thing. They were just like we're basically like the Uber driver. We got the same destination. They punched in the destination. We paid for the car. We paid for the gas, and we're paying for all this shit. But it's really their mission. Same with Vietnam. That was the French. They were like, yeah, we need some help in this motherfucker. We started sending in, and they view it like, well, we are multicultural. Well, we have the blacks over here. We have a higher concentration of black people, and you look into um, the military. Um, Black people are disproportionately represented in the military because they throw us at these problems. Like we are the ones who fight it. In my military family, like they proudly serve, not realizing like they're serving motherfuckers who do not care about you, right? And they get trained in that anti-black racism against their own people. Like like they see someone, like, look at that, that's a nigga. I'm one of the good ones, right? They don't realize that white people at 11 o'clock at night don't see any difference between them and the ones who they call niggas and talk down about, So, but that's like that. It's that brainwashing. That's what boot camp is. It's like washing your brain, uh, celebrate this dumbass culture. If you would kill anybody, it should be uh, to help your community, and that would probably mean taking out a pedophile who's running the government. Like Kwame Ture said, like I'd rather someone killed a racist cop than go over there and kill a Vietnamese. If you kill the racist cop, you will see your people's conditions getting better. It's one less person to lynch them up, shoot them, step on their neck till they asphyxiate. Just saying. Uh, and it's like Malcolm X had something similar to say. This was when Chinese continent or the country of China only had 800 million. And he was like, these white people have you get gassed up, ready to go fight 800 million Chinese people across the world. And instead of taking care of the racist motherfuckers who are killing your people right here, right now. Your chances are better staying here and fighting the problem here instead of going to fight for your enemy who should be your ally. And that's what we need to be. We need to have this consciousness, and that's like one of the chants they were having. They were talking about class consciousness. There's no war but class war, and that's where we need to be. Like, y'all need to. It hurts my heart when people just like, but Venezuela Maduro, he's a bad guy. Okay, that may be true. Your government is worse. Why aren't you doing anything for your government? Why aren't you, you got a pedophile, a blackmailed pedophile making decisions for you? Like, do you really trust the judgment of one of these sick individuals? Their pedophilia is so deranged and deprived and sickening. It's worse than war criminals because they're doing war crimes to cover up the pedophilic shit they're doing behind your back. eating kids, cooking their spirit. You don't like it's crazy. It's shit you can't even imagine. And oh yeah, I had issues streaming on Twitch, but I had an offer for some graphics from Twitch, and I don't know if that Sarah follows me on any other platforms, but I'm still interested. Just I don't know the process to get it. I'm seeing YouTube ads of cops saying there's an epidemic of cops being attacked in New York. I don't trust anything when I hear attacks. I hear, oh my God, there's an epidemic of attacks on anything. It's like when I heard, oh, there's an uptick in anti-Semitic attacks. What does that mean exactly? Anti-Semitic is like, and when you dive into it, it's usually verbal, so, and it's usually the anti-Semite is like really just anti-Zionism. It's like I am not for um, this country of land thieves committing a genocide, training our ICE agents to come and use Israeli tactics domestically, killing our people, uh, uh, and not just ICE. This is before ICE registered on anyone's radar. Um, the police have been getting trained by Israel. If you were against any of that and you were vocal about it, you were anti-Semitic, right? And a lot of the New York Police Department, they train with ICE, or they train with Israel. So it's like maybe they're adopting their talking points, but yeah, I haven't seen any videos of police being attacked. Not condoning it, um, but yeah, I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Uh, um, Maybe if they're standing up to ICE, which is what they should be doing. Maybe they're getting attacked by ICE, but yeah, like I said, believe it when I see it. It is New York police specifically. Like they're pretty fascist. It was a book on uh, um, was it the history of make believe or something to that extent. And part of it, they were talking about Rudy Giuliani's um, um, time when he was a mayor, and the broken windows policing, and how they cracked down on the New York people, more specifically non-white people, um, especially black people. Uh, yeah, and yeah, a lot of those the people who did it, like they got their jollies, like they got enjoyment from hurting other people. And then there was another book where it was talking about, um, it was the liberation, the Puerto Rico Liberation Group. Um, well, it's not specific to New York, but so a lot of the police they were harassing the New York Puerto Rican specifically, but the people who were fighting for liberated Puerto Rico, they were experimented on. So it was a doctor. I think his last name was Rhodes. I remember because it's Cornelius Rhodes or something like that. Because it sounded similar to the Rhodes from Rhodes Scholar. I don't know if they were related. I think they spelled their names differently, but they still give out an award for the doctor who experimented on them, because a lot of the stuff they use for cancer patients. But yeah, they were radiating Puerto Ricans who were fighting for a liberated Puerto Rico. Like on some fucking Mendel Saw. It was the basically what was the fucking uh human centipede shit. Still haven't seen the movie, but it's like that level of depravity in their um experiments, and it's just yeah. And the police, they were bringing a lot of them to these experiments. So I don't know. I got yeah. I'm not worried about like they got a lot of shit to atone for. I'm not saying every cop is just garbage, but I've seen so many cops being garbage. And the ones who aren't, man, y'all should be standing up for the people um, who are being fucked over by your friends and your colleagues. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with you guys. I do um, have some more stuff to get into, and yeah, I'll be going live again, but I'll also be posting some employee evaluations rewinds over on Nateflix.net. Go check it out. Check out the new stuff if you haven't seen it already. Um, uh, and Odyssey.com for just the whole back catalog of old stuff that was on my Nateflix YouTube channel. The public stuff is over there, which includes some stuff from my Nate's Vlogs channel, but of course, not all of it. Fuck YouTube. Delete it if you haven't already. It's garbage. Um, the revolution will not be monetized. So don't forget to be good to each other. Get involved. Get your pitchforks and your torches ready. Um, we got to make them afraid of us. All the pedophiles, the blackmailed pedophiles, starting wars. They need to fear us. The only war they need to be focused on is this class war that we're going to be bringing to them. All right. So show up at their house. You're close by. Get a group of friends. Just you ain't got to be violent. You could just stand outside with a guillotine. It could be fake. Just make it look real, and have a blowhorn. Don't let them get a moment of sleep. You know. And when you do, send me a video. I'll make sure you're radically threaded. I'll put together a package of gear. I got armor. I could anything you see me wearing in any of the videos, I'll make you one and send it to you. And yeah, we got to incentivize each other to hold these motherfuckers accountable, so we don't have a bunch of unscrupulous pedophiles acting with impunity. That's the last thing you want in society. When people like that have power, we get what we got. We got fentanyl addicts in the street. We got homelessness, all-time highs, suffering, and they don't want to spend any money on that, but they got money to bomb Iran. Don't believe anything they say about the damn country, because they ain't right. So be good to each other. Peace.